So this one here is going to say hello to everybody tonight. You see this? You see this? She just ate. She's very happy right now. She would like to go lay down because her just ate. This is Precious. She was given to me by Jay. She was born with a couple heart murmurs, and it was kind of iffy. Was she going to make it? Was she not? But she is going on 13 this year. And she's been through 3 different states and probably moved with me about 12 different times. And she lived homeless with me and still loves me. She likes Grandma better. You like Grandma? See her ears perked up. You like Shoo Shoo? Her brother, Mushu. How you like Grandma? And see, now I'm just teasing her. She's gonna get mad at me because they're not coming. And she doesn't have her tongue. She has no teeth, so she has a lot of tongue that tends to hang out right there. Not at the moment. Anyways, you wanna go see Fanji? Let's go see Fanji. Go on. I had to introduce you to her because she means so much to me. A little crooked here today. There we go. So I gotta start by telling you that this was the actual story that started all these videos. I wanted to tell something really funny, and I couldn't tell this story first without permission. Because it doesn't just involve me, of course, but I thought, well, here's Cree. Cree, say hi. No, say hi. Say hi.
Cree's an attention hog.
She is. She's mad that Precious was over here. Okay, she's the youngest in the house. Can you tell? Go see Mama. Go. Go on.
Hey, baby.
All right. So I had to get permission. So I called my sister. She's the other person in the story. I called my sister. She's got to work, so I didn't get her. She calls me after work, and I tell her, "Hey, I want to do these videos that are funny, but I can't do this one without your permission because it involves you." And I told her the one I want to tell. And she goes, "Oh yeah, you could tell that one. Makes you look bad." She's right. But if you've ever been in sibling rivalry, if you're me, then this is funny and you're congratulating yourself. If you're her, you're very mad. You're very, very mad. And she was. But she's accepted that I wanted to go ahead and do this video. She said, no problem, go ahead. And then I told her I need more video ideas. And her and I for an hour talked about all the stories. And yes, I have lots coming. Of course, it involves the 2 of us. We're 4 years apart in age. Number 1. And then, let me tell you about the house we grew up in. And my parents still live in this house. It is, like, if you look down our block, all the houses look exactly the same. They're like the typical cookie cutter home. And it's 2 bedroom, 1 bath. It's a starter home. It's meant for one of those, family of 4. Especially if there's 2 girls. So, the rule in the house, I should tell you this first. The rule in the house is, if you're going to take a bath or a shower, you've got to tell people about this. For 2 reasons. The first is because it's a privacy thing. Let them go to the bathroom before you take a shower or bath, however long you're going to be. It's a courtesy. Number 2, you want to do this because should another person need to use the restroom and they have to flush the toilet, there goes the water. Whether it's hot or cold, this is no telling. This is a trickster house. This is no telling. If they flush, it could be hot or cold. You don't know what you're going to get. Anyways, so that's the rule of the house. Now, she's the youngest. And it never failed. I could tell the whole house, I'm going to take a shower. And she would have to use the restroom halfway into the shower. And of course, the parents make concessions to this because she's the youngest, small bladder, let her in. And it's not like, it's a shower. But it's gotten under my skin that she does this every time. I can't take a bath or a shower with my sister not using the restroom. And if you're an older sibling, even this is minuscule sense of privacy is important. Especially if you're a teenager. And if Amanda's correct in her age, which she says was about 6 or 7, then this makes me like 11, 12-ish. Somewhere in there. 12 was a good year for me. Story-wise. So, I find the prime opportunity. She goes in and draws herself a bath. Doesn't say a word to anybody. Mom's not home. She's working. Dad's got friends over. They're playing. PlayStation just came out. Man, there's NASCAR on this. This is a cool game. So Ed's got his friends over. And she doesn't tell anybody she's going to take a bath. This is prime opportunity. So this house is right across the street from Newell Sargent Park. It's perfect for kids. But in between the street and the park, there's a ditch. And it is known in our family, you don't go anywhere near the ditch. Do we listen? Never. Mom, Dad, no. We never listen. Come on. There was what is that thing that runs underneath the street that carries the water? We had to have one out here when we put in the road.
Oh, no.
I can't get her to tell what it is. Culvert? So there's this huge culvert, okay, that runs underneath the street that crosses to let you into the park. And it's the best place to be a kid. You're down there, the ditch is never high. And you can find all awesome things. There's water skippers, there's crawdads, there's...
all of the things.
All of this, I won't say what. Okay, so all of the things. There's fun stuff down there. So she goes and doesn't say anything, goes and draws herself a bath, gets in. I go out the back door, into the front yard, across the street, down into the ditch. I knew, without a doubt, I could find a snake. And I do. I find a garter snake, and it's a foot long, maybe. I mean, it's a good sized snake. And I go back across the front yard into the back door, because I'm not going to go in front of my dad. That's just going to give me away. So I come in the back door, and I go down the hall, and I knock on the door. And I say, Amanda, I have to use the restroom. And she says no. To which, I said it again, sorry. At that point, Dad yells from the front room, you didn't tell anybody, let her in. So I have to wait for the curtain to draw. You hear that across. So I hear that happen. So now I know it's safe to go in. So I go in. I'm a professional, man. I'm going to get her. So instead of just like what I had in mind what I was going to do, I made it sound real. Like I opened the toilet seat and made that clink noise against the back. I sat down. And the magic happens. I put the snake in the corner in between the wall where the curtain is hitting. And I put the snake in there. And it slides down into her bath water. And it starts swimming circles. And she screams. Oh, this is the greatest moment of my life. She jumps up, soaking wet, rips the curtain open, and runs out of the bathroom. And I am sitting on the toilet laughing as hard as a 12-year-old could. I am dying to the point where I think at one point I was on the floor just laughing. And she is not just mad. She is so mad she is crying.
Furious tears.
Oh yeah, fury tears are coming down. And of course, this has to make Dad pause his game and figure out what's going on with his children. He sees me laughing. She's naked. Gotta give her a towel. She put a snake in my bathtub. And he goes, what? And walks into the bathroom where I'm laughing so hard I can't contain myself. And he pulls the curtain back a little bit further, and there's the garter snake just swimming circles around the bathtub.
Very own private pool, yeah.
And he doesn't know what to say. Like, you can see this. He's a very tall guy. He's 6'4", and he rules the roost. And this big tall guy, not saying a word, you can look up and you see this smile creep across his face, and he knows at that point that it's gonna be hard to punish me. But he pulls it together real quick, like good parents do, and he sends me to my room. Amanda's not talking to me. I have this silent treatment of the year happening right now, and I don't care, because I just pulled off the best thing ever. Now, that story's funny, but what makes it even more funny is because Dad is, like I say, he rules the roost. Iron thumb, you don't cross him. If you want to ask a question and you want a yes answer, you go to Mom. If Mom's not home, you wait till Mom gets home, because you know that 9 times out of 10, Dad's going to say, no, you can't do that. So, he's also the lay down the law. He punishes really good. And he hasn't told me what my punishment is. I'm sitting in the bedroom just so proud of myself. Like, how can they punish me for this? It's not... Well, I find out, like, 20 minutes later, I'm grounded for 2 weeks. And honestly, this is the best punishment ever in my life. If I'm going to get punished for something, this was worth it. This was worth every minute I spent in the room for 2 weeks. Absolutely. Bar none, I'd do it again and again and again. Because at this time, my sister and I are polar opposites. You cannot get us... My Aunt Laura would tell us that she was going to make us sit in the back and kiss each other if we wouldn't shut up. We literally argued so much. Today, best of friends. Call her whenever I want to. She always returns my texts and messages. I take her child, not children yet, because Scarlett's not old enough, but I take her child for a week.
We just went through this.
I know.
Okay.
For a week in the summer, I spoiled her to death, and then I send her home. That's my job as an aunt. I feel that is a vital responsibility. Anyways, so I'm in the room, and I don't know when Mom gets home. I don't remember the schedule or anything, but I know that I'm waiting for Mom to get home. I know that I'm grounded. The best part of the whole story is the fact that I am listening. I'm sitting next to the door, and I am listening as Mom walks through the door. And Dad doesn't wait to, hey, honey, how's it going? How's your day? No. The first thing she hears when she walks through the door is, you'll never guess what your daughter did today. And now he can't hold it together. He's telling her and laughing the whole way through that I put a snake in Amanda's bathwater. There's only like 5 times in the childhood that we can ever recall that Dad has laughed that hard. Such a serious guy. And he can't tell Mom the story without laughing. So he thinks it's funny enough to tell the story. But he still, of course, lets on that I'm grounded for 2 weeks. So, that was the story that originally started. The whole reason for the videos is because I'm a butt. Yes, I look bad. I am the sibling who put a snake and her sisters. Now you would expect a sister-brother rivalry to happen like that, but no. When I was a kid, toads, frogs, crawdads.
Anything with spiders.
Yeah. I don't do spiders. But that was my thing. Reptiles, totally my thing. And, I would say up to that point, she didn't mind them. Up to that very moment, we found out what her true feelings were. But lastly, I'd like to thank her for letting me tell the story, because it gets me every time. I can laugh for days on this. And she's such a good sport, to the point where she was telling me all kinds of stories that I could tell. And a lot of them paint me in a bad light, and I'm all for that. No problem. Go ahead. But I hope this one on a Friday night, it won't probably post till tomorrow, because it takes forever on a Friday night to share with my friends and family my most favorite story. Yes, you can tell me I was the evil child. That's all right. So I talked to, again, still working on this, my co-host for the Filter Free Friday. We're coming up with some ideas. Still tentative for 2 weeks out. I'm going to give away some free hemp oil.
For those of you taking bets, it's not me.
Yeah, Angela is not. I can tell you that this is of the opposite sex. He will be joining me. That's all I'm going to tell you. So stay tuned to my Facebook and win some free hemp oil. Otherwise, have a good Friday night.